Fellas, gents, men, boys, oh god. Let's auto correct that hairline right quick. She. What's happening? Uh Episode 3, season 3, Cashin with Cam. How we doing this evening? I see the boys are chiming in the chat. T-Bake, E-Dog, A-Ham, time to become financially sound. Your boy's playing a little hurt. I cannot lie. The account is looking iffy at best right now. Ooh, let me pull up the Google Voice. Sorry about that, fellas. Um, how's everybody's week? I myself have been a corporate weapon this week. Absolutely dialed in at the workplace. What is that glow? You guys seeing this glow? Let me turn the brightness down a little bit. Yeah. Should be able to call in now. Let's go. All right, we're here. Little technical difficulties per usual. What up, Koala, all the way from the West Coast? What up, my guy? Last week, rather large glass of whiskey. I had a few people reaching out, wanting to sponsor me. I'm good. It's all good. We put a little mixture in there this week, but we're still vibing. We're rolling. Hey, I am uh one away. One away from 50 subscribers. If you want to be the 50th, that's big time. You should do that. Subscribe, like the video, like the video, like the video. I don't know what it means to subscribe. I don't know what that does for me, but it does something. So if you could subscribe, like the video, and let's cash. Let's cash. The worldwide week in sports. Did anybody cash this weekend? The college football lines have been booty. The NFL has been typical. 2 weeks in NFL, uh, unpredictable to say the least. Mulvey's cashing. Is the camera in and out? I think it is. You know how it goes, baby. This isn't your typical show here. We're just cashing. 17 of you on here right now. Let's go. As the camera flickers. One sec. Okay, one sec. Gotta kick it in the teeth right quick. Now you be good. You be good. All right. Stop all that. Stop all that. All right. She should be good now. Call into the show. Oh, all right. Call into the show 601-706-9771 to have your voice heard by the Cashin fam. Underdogs, did you cash on underdogs, Aham? I've been hitting some drafts myself, I must say, not to brag. I want to start the show. Florida has to stay in Tuscaloosa. Koala is number 50. Who can that? I agree. Got you to 50, my guy. Let's go, Koala. My homie from way back in the day. I actually saw a picture of me and Koala in the Little League days the other day. Really brought back memes. Um, Koala, who does Ole Miss play this week? Joe Bob's School of Needlepoint and Basket Weaving? God, you guys, you guys have a tough schedule. I'm bitter. The dogs are just so ass. They are literally liquid ass bottled up. They're so bad. Glad the camera keeps doing that. Wonder what that looks like for you guys. What does the camera look like when it bugs out? Mulvihill is actually going to come produce this show for me, dude. This lineup's insane right now. Y'all are just gonna have to deal with that. Dude, I don't know what to do about the camera, guys. This is well produced. Crushing those little leagues. Yep, that's right, Koala. I think you actually went yard against me one time. I'm not bitter about it. Who's bad? I don't know who he's talking about. All right, T-Par, what are you talking about, pal? Um, who's bad? Your Carolina Panthers and your Mississippi State Bulldogs. What do you have to live for, Tanner? All your teams are just garbage. All right, hold on. Let me fix the camera again. This is tough. Hold on 1 second, guys. No, I told you. I told you not to do this to me. I told you not to do this to me. All right, we had a long discussion. All right, we're back. Mulvihill's gonna come help me eventually, and we're gonna be so locked in, so precise. You guys will think you're watching The Herd with Colin Cowherd, legitimately. Um, onward. I've got an embrace debate. That's right, Tam. I've got an embrace debate to start the show. Call in. Let me know if you disagree. Jesus Christ, look at this hair. Brutal. We're leaving it. We're leaving it. All right. I can't do it. Can't do it. Hoot, hoot. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. It's worse. It's worse. It's worse. It's not getting better, is it? We're just gonna roll with it. Everything's in reverse. Everything's in reverse. All right. Brutal. The camera thing is crazy. The camera thing is crazy. Mulvey, I need you. Embrace debate. Dude. How many people we got in here right now? Okay. I'm going to try to adjust it one more time. While I do that, I'm pulling up the Embrace debate. I'm pulling up the Embrace debate. Ranking sauces, undisputed list of sauces. Let me know what you guys think as I'm fixing my shit here. Somebody call in and sound off on the sauce debate. I think this will be a fun exercise. So I've got my top five. I've got my top five. We've got barbecue. I've got the strengths as no weaknesses, which some would say is the greatest strength. I've got um, ranch second. Versatility of ranch is unmatched. We got pizza. We got wings. We got tendies. We got vegetables. We got salad. We got a lot. Ranch's bag is deep. Ranch's bag is deep. We got a call. We got a call. It's not coming through. It didn't come. Did you just call my regular number? Whoever called? I think you just called my regular number. Call the show's number. Call the show's number. Sweet Baby Ray's, yeah, Nectar of the Gods, Sweet Baby. Whatever Sweet Baby's doing, he was in. Let him cook, honestly. Let Sweet Baby keep coming out with more stuff. Ridiculous what that man can concoct in his spare time. Um, again, ranch, super versatile. I'm not a big Hidden Valley guy. Not a huge Hidden Valley guy. I like a homemade ranch. I like a ranch with some viscosity. I want it dripping. I don't want the thick pasty ranch. Um, yeah, I like a ranch with some viscosity. I think he's trying me again. I don't know if it's got to be working. Jake, are you calling the number on the? Let me see if this works. It might work. No. 601 706 9771 to call into the show. Remember that number. Remember that number. Comeback sauce. Underrated player, in my opinion. You've got cane sauce. You've got, yes, wanted to have some solid Visc on the ranch. I don't want it to pull with the ranch. I want it to drip off the ranch, or off the fryer, or whatever. Nuke's honey mustard above all these. Yes, Logan, that's true. I kept this broad, right? I kept this high level. I do agree. Nuke's honey mustard is an elite sauce. Um, but just in the grand scheme of all sauces, I had to put it at 4 here. Um, it's a roster improver. Honey mustard is. Um, you go to an Applebee's, you go to a O'Charlie's back in the day. That's a deep pool. You go and you venture into a even Cane's has a decent honey mustard for those that don't know. Um, Little Dewey's Ranch is the best ranch. Okay, if you haven't gotten the ranch at Little Dewey's, you're missing out. I think I'm about to just throw my phone out of my house. But yeah, Nukes, honey mustard, gas, cane sauce, sweet baby rays, honey barbecue at B Dubs. These are the elites, right? But if you get away from that high level ranking and you get into specifics, that's where you run into a list a mile long, right? And I think here another thing I'd like to point out is I've got sweet chili there, and that's a bit contentious. I understand. I'm thinking Asian zing, right? I'm thinking like a like a wing sauce primarily, but you get into some of that bang bang shrimp, maybe. You get your hands on a firecracker chicken tendy, if you will, and that's when the sweet chili really goes to the next level. I can't figure out this camera thing, guys. It's just not going to work. So bear with me. Um, I don't. It was fine last week, so your boy needs help with the AV. I can't lie to you. When Sam's camera went kaput on me, it really, yeah. So I would eat a tire with Chick-fil-A sauce on it. Is a solid point, Spence. I think the thing with Chick-fil-A sauce is there's fatigue there for me. There's a bit of fatigue there for me. I think, the Chick fil A sauce is great upon first bite. Um, I think the further you get into that, you're kind of just eating mayonnaise. You're basically just eating an aioli. Where do Adidas Ultra Boost fall on your drip? What you talking about, Dan? I do own many Ultra Boost. So we've got some buffalo sauce callouts. We've got some Frank's Red Hot there, which I do appreciate. I'm not a huge buffalo guy. I'm not a huge buffalo guy. There's something about it where I do enjoy it, and it's not really a heat thing as much as it's just like the same taste all the time. Now I have had some buffalo sauces um, that I would say are better than others. Cool. Cholula on all your heads. I do like that sauce as well. Hot sauce in general, yes. I was kind of going the chicken burger fry route here. Pizza for some. There is a psychopath out in the world that will go to Mazio's and use French dressing to dip his pizza in, which I think is absolutely disgusting. I mean, vomit worthy activity from that guy. He knows who he is. I don't think he's on here, but some solid points. Call into the show 601 706 9771. Jake, I saw you were trying to call. I don't know why it wasn't going for us, pal. Um, maybe I'm on the wrong. I might be on the wrong dilly dad here. Hold on. That might be on me, Jake, and I'll put my hand up if that's the case, pal. You were probably doing perfect. You're doing just fine. All right, we're in business now. Sorry, Jake. That was on me, and I would love for you to call back in the show. Actually, why don't I call you? Does that even work? It says I'm calling. Oh God, we're all sitting through this. We're all sitting through this. Plug your ears, folks. Plug your ears, folks. This is the first ever outgoing call on Cashin McCann. Soft Pace
Your call
Picante.
has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to
Logan's been on the West Coast too long. All right, well, Jake got busy. Um, let's see. Spencer says go Buffs. Jake said not meant to be. Speakers blown. That's on me, folks. That's on me. Call into the show. I got it working now. 601-706-9771. I think the camera's okay now. So appreciate you bearing with me through the first just 15 minutes of Dookie. Is this dial up? It's actually AOL. It's actually a landline. So good stuff all around. I'm proud of the production value of the show, and I stand by that. Tanner, to answer your question, where do Ultra Boost fall on your sauce list? They do got sauce. I do wear them occasionally. Oh boy, no caller ID on this guy. You're on Cashin.
Cam, it's Hugh Baby Freeze.
Who is it?
It's Hugh Baby.
Hugh Baby, what's up?
Man, just chilling, down here in Auburn, just getting ready for the big game this week and get them series.
Ooh, boy.
Just a little bone to pick with you over your sauces. Ranch is definitely going to be higher than barbecue.
Okay.
Ranch is just one of those things you spread on anything or anyone. It doesn't matter where you put it, it's going to taste good. Now, barbecue is good. It's good. But ranch and comeback are those that can really just get the time going. You know what I mean?
Crazy pull there to put comeback above barbecue even.
Well, when I was down there in Hotty Toddy land, that's kind of the way we did it down there.
Yeah, sounds like you put the cum and comeback, you baby freeze.
Oh, if it was me, it would have been comeback.
You gonna get those pigs this weekend? What kind of sauce you gonna put on them pigs?
I'm gonna put the Hugh Baby special on them.
Oh, come on.
Sprinkle's gonna celebrate with a good time.
What about the rack on Arkansas's coach, huh? He's got some real sweater stretchers, doesn't he?
Yeah, he can pound about 27 of them natty lights.
All right. Well,
all right, Cam.
brother, I appreciate the input. I do. I'm with you. Ranch is definitely the most versatile. Are you a Hidden Valley guy, or you need a homemade ranch?
Oh, man, I don't know. I do like my valleys hidden, but I'll take a range.
That's a big 10-4, buddy.
All right, Cam, take it easy.
All right.
Go Pigs. I mean Tigers.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I can concur with that. I think ranch has its day in the sun every time, and you got to respect ranch's history, its legacy. I think barbecue overall to me just has a little bit extra to it. It's got the fast twitch. It runs that 4.340 that you're looking for. Now ranch, I mean, it's putting up 48 reps, right? It's got all of the reps in its bag, but barbecue, I mean, you throw out the paper, you throw out the stats, they look good in shorts. Barbecue looks good in shorts, and it's got big hands. It's the Josh Allen of sauces, you would say. Again, I agree that ranch does have a bigger toolbox, but there's something about barbecue, and I dare not put ketchup on this list. Dare not put ketchup on this list. I do love ketchup though, but I understand the opinions on ketchup. It's not the most beloved sauce anymore in our adult age, so I get it. onward. Well, you guys want to talk about football? Let's ride. If you haven't already, subscribe, like the video. Appreciate the guy Koala. That was big time from you, pal. Let's get straight into it. First game, Friday night. The Cornhuskers take on the Fighting Illini. Now, obviously, Nebraska took it to Colorado. Illinois, don't know much about the Illini, I gotta say. I don't know much about them. I know that, yeah, barbecue sauce is the saying in Tim McGraw's t-shirt. That is honestly poetic. Skurs got a swagger. I agree. I like Nebraska. I don't love the number here. I think that 7.5 is Vegas trying to pull the rug on your boy. The over-unders moved up to 43. Okay. I think we're going to see a true Big Ten game here. Hidden Valley invented Ranch. Well, they should have done some R&D. They should have done some updates. They should have got the viscosity right moving forward. I mean, you talk about Wingstop. You talk about Little Dewey's. I'll say it again. I know that's niche. A Little Dewey's Ranch. You even move into like your Slim Chickens. Buffalo Wild Wings, I think it just might be watered down Hidden Valley a little bit. I gotta say that. But yeah, wild that Hidden Valley did actually invent that. Koala likes the Huskers and Mahomes Jr. Nebraska's QB is a freak who needs therapy. I kind of agree with that. Another call. You're on Cashin.
Hey, what's good, Cam?
Is this Spencer Cole himself?
No, this is not.
Oh.
This is Big Ticket.
Oh, this is Big Ticket. Gotcha. What you got
I
to
even
say?
clarified that on my the call-in. They asked who's calling, and I just wanted to start off with, it is Big Ticket calling in. I was calling about mostly what you just said about Nebraska just now taking it to the Buffs.
Which they did.
See, people keep saying that, but the Buffs beat CSU by the same margin. And people say, wow, what a good game. It's not like, wow, they really tore the Rams up, So people, that's kind of the double standard that I don't like in the media right now.
I think the thing is, Nebraska had that game in hand pretty early, wouldn't you say?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Some could say that,
would you say the Buffs had it in hand really until the fourth quarter against the Rams?
I mean, they won pretty handily. And I would say that, they did it with, a reasonable tempo.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's fair. I mean, if we're just looking at score lines, sure, we can do that. But for those that actually watch the game, I don't know, you claim to be a Buffs fan. I don't know if you actually watched the game, but they struggled a little bit.
Oh, I did. They did struggle a little bit. They always struggle with their defensive line.
It's almost as if they're not very good. O-line. Big Ticket.
If you look at the talent they have, they're going to have the number one picks, Travis Hunter and Shadur Sanders. And so, they've got the talent.
Yeah.
Highest paid NIL players.
Yeah, they do have two talented players.
And it's a show that everybody wants to see. The whole nation's rooting for them.
I think you're living in 2023. I think you're living in 2023, Big Ticket.
Well, I still believe when everyone else doubted, they're playing Baylor this week. That should be,
barely know.
That should be they're playing Baylor. This should be a cakewalk. We got, a private school. what do they really have, going for them in
Yeah,
Baylor?
that's true. They can't even, the Baptist stop talking about Colorado is the comment. Well, thanks, Big Ticket. I appreciate your call. I appreciate your transparency on the Buffs. And,
Yeah,
I value your allegiance to the Buffs.
every week that they win, I'm going to start calling in. I will eventually hop on the Ole Miss bandwagon when they stop playing high school teams, but
Sure you will.
until then, I will stick with my Buffs,
I'm sure you
staying
will.
on the Buff train.
Yep.
So,
Well,
all right, well, keep cashing, man.
Dion goes to Florida, we can talk about
Well, yeah, that's where Lane is going.
that.
That's what all the rumors are saying.
See how fast he
So
switches
Midnight
folks from Ole
Lane.
Miss to back to supporting Dion over Lane. So what can we really say
Yeah.
about Big
Hey,
Ticket?
that's true. I'm just trying to shift the spotlight, the
Okay.
conversation.
No, I
Lane,
understand.
Midnight Lane. So, all right. Well, thank you.
Thanks
for
Big
what
Ticket.
you do.
Go Buffs.
All right. Bye. Go Buff.
That is your resident Colorado caller, Big Ticket, who is a little bit upset about the narrative around the Buffs. I don't think they're very good. I'll probably stay away from them the rest of the year. I had Colorado State in that game. Obviously didn't bode well for me. But yeah, I think there is pretty decent odds that Prime goes to Florida. But it would have to just be a boatload of money. I mean, that guy is just trying to, he's just looking for publicity, a little bit of cash, and his boys to get into KFC commercials. Florida State job, I just don't see him getting rid of Norvell. He's on his first year of his like 10-year contract or whatever it is. But DJU just needs to hang it up and go teach history somewhere. That guy stinks. That guy is terrible. Really, really a program killer, DJU. Just nothing to that guy. He's just a giant. And the water gun battles in the back of their practice probably doesn't really bode well for them either. 30 minutes in, like I was saying, I like the under here, under 43. Illinois, notoriously good defense. Nebraska put up 30 points against NIU last week. I think it was Northern Iowa. And I just see this being a little bit of a defensive battle on a Friday night in Lincoln. Onward. We've got the Big Ten, just what are these teams even about game here. We've got USC at the Big House, and I got to say, I don't dare bet on Michigan again the rest of the year after that Texas just blunder. I think the line has gone down to 5.5. USC. I think you got to take the Trojans here. Obviously, the dub against LSU. um, had a stroke. The dub against LSU. I don't even know who they've played since LSU, but I know Michigan stinks. They lost a lot. Obviously, lost their head coach. Quarterback's gone. I think they lost a lot offensively. Obviously, defensively, they couldn't stop a nosebleed. Against Texas. I think USC goes and wins this game. Even though it's at the Big House, I'm not going to let them trick me into thinking the Big House plays a factor here. So yeah, I've got to go with the Trojans -6. I think it's even moved to 5.5, so good value there. Trojans, whatever their thing is, protection. Hammer the under 46.5. Yeah, there's a chance Michigan doesn't really score, right? They didn't score much against Texas. They struggled last week against Arkansas State, the Fighting Butch Joneses, and Butch did not cry this time. That's how close it was. So I think you got to go USC here. Koala likes the under. I concur there a little bit. I think USC was able to stop LSU's offense in that first game. Then again, LSU had a time against USC last weekend. So I really like USC by touchdown here. I don't think we're gonna sweat that one, and that will be my famous final words there as Michigan wins by 3 scores. But I'm sticking with it. USC -6. Again, I think it's moving around a little bit. Uh oh. You hear the dogs barking, son. Lawn Dogs, your premier sponsor of Cashin with Cam. 601-573-0117 Lawn Dogs of Brandon. It's underdog of the week. Call Lawn Dogs, get your yard cut, get your hedges trimmed, get your bush whacked, get get soft washed, get hard washed. I don't know. Call them. They'll do it. You mow it or no. You grow it. They mow it. Underdog of the week. Give me the I'm a man, I'm 40 Oklahoma State Cowboys. Struggled at home against Arkansas. I know that. I know Cam Rising is playing for Utah this year. I like the Cowboys. +2 at home. A lot of people, not I, but a lot of people have them in the playoff this year, winning the Big 12. Just say it. If you're going to win the Big 12, it starts right here for the Cowboys. Home dogs against Utah. I believe it's an afternoon kickoff. I like Okie State. Yeah, the Bush comment was for you, pal. Give me the Cowboys +2. The over under 54.5. I haven't watched Utah since Cam Rising came back. I was on Utah so many times last year that I swore him off this year because Cam Rising acted like he was going to come back the whole year and never did. And so I really, really just despise Utah at this point until he graduates, or I don't know what he's going to do. I feel like he's going to play forever. But I like OK State with the elderly quarterback, with the mullet wearing head coach. Give me the Cowboys +2. I'm all over it. Onward to our last college game, and this is a big one. Oklahoma's first SEC game. Cam Rising already heard, I believe. Even better. Thanks, Tan. You're the insider I need on this show. That guy's made of absolute glass. That guy's Achilles is a rubber band at this point. Just snapping. Tennessee, that was brutal. That's on me. Tennessee, Oklahoma, number 6 versus number 15 going into Norman. Tennessee, 7-point favorite here. I don't necessarily love the line, but I do like the under 57.5. I think Oklahoma did score against Tulane last week. I think it was like really choppy drives. Tulane definitely was able to stop them. They couldn't get off the field on third down. And Tulane just kind of played bad, which I would love for Elijah to chime in here. He's the one who was so confident about the under last week. He was so confident that Tulane was going to cover. And what happened? Your boy Cam lost 2 units. Your boy Cam sweated the entire game just to lose 2 units. So appreciate that, pal. 601-706-9771 if you will ever have the courage to call back in again, Elijah. You know who you are. I like the Vols, and I like the under. I kind of like the under more than I like the Vols. Oklahoma is going to throw everything that they can at the Vols here. Their first ever home SEC game. It should be a ruckus environment, but I think the Vols are ready. Tennessee by 1,000, says T-Par. There's a chance. I think it's a blowout, or it's like a super tight defensive, standoff. What am I saying, guys? It's been a long week. It's been a brutal week for your boy's brain. just a real slobber knocker here, potentially. There also could be some high flying plays, you know. Oklahoma's quarterback can run a little bit. As we know, Tennessee's quarterback is a dog. So there is a shot here that you see some big plays by the Vols. Tennessee is my natty pick. Dang, T4. Well, they do play State, so they'll probably get knocked off there. But other than that, I could see them running the gauntlet for sure. Appreciate that, Tone. Hey, if you haven't already liked the video, subscribe. Oklahoma have been looking ahead this game so far this year. Now that is a possibility, Logan, and I think like I was saying, I mean their coach is a defensive guy, so that's kind of why I like the under here. I kind of think that Tennessee. I mean, I don't. The history here, have they played like in a bowl game recently? Maybe. I just don't think they know a ton about each other, and I think Oklahoma's going to come out guns blazing. You might even see them jump on top first. Pause. Um, but this one's kind of hard to call because I don't know what these teams are going to do with each other. I do think Tennessee's the better team. Oklahoma offensively is kind of ass, um, although their quarterback's pretty decent. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the under. I might regret that decision, but I flip flopped last week and I got burned, so I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with it. So yeah, laying out the college picks here. Call into the show 601 706 9771. College picks for the week. I've got that Illinois, Nebraska under 43. I've got Kansas on the road. Um, Kansas is 1-2, so they're definitely underperforming what they thought they would at this point in the season. Obviously, they've got a great offense. You know, they're kind of a run and shoot type situation in Kansas. I guess is is their quarterback hurt? Possibly. I did this last year so many times where I didn't know Kansas's quarterback was hurt, so that's on me. Played a few years back in Neyland with Baker at the helm for OU. Well, I mean Baker can't judge when you're going against Baker. I mean that guy was elite in college. Yeah, Kansas on the road at WVU. WVU stinks. Every game that they're close in, they end up somehow losing by 2 scores. Um, their defense is god awful. I like this week to bounce back for Kansas at +2.5, the road dog. WVU, I've bet on them twice this year and it has come back to bite me. They stink. USC, as we said, it was -6, moved down to -5.5. Maybe it moves again, which is kind of scary. I think Vegas wants us to hammer the Troj, but you know, God, Vegas is in my head. I can't lie. It's been a tough couple weeks for your boy on the gambling side. Vegas is definitely living rent free right now in my head. I like the Pigs. I'm sorry, Hugh Daddy. Freeze. I like the Pigs +3 at Auburn. I like the Arkansas offense, and they've already proven they can play on the road. Um, I think that Auburn is just, I mean, they're still so far away from being good and consistently good. They're always going to have players, but it just seems like they do not have everything they need to really put together consistent performances quarter by quarter, half by half. I think Arkansas was really close at OK State. Their offensive line is way better since they got rid of their offensive line coach and sent him to Mississippi State and ruined our offensive line. Yeah, I like the Pigs at +3. I really, really, really do. Oklahoma State, like I said, +2 at home um, against Utah. If Cam Rising's out, I like it even better. So give me the Cowboys +2. And then I've got that Tennessee OU under 57.5. Maybe sprinkle some on the Vols -7. If it goes down to 6.5, I probably will hammer it. Onward to the NFL. Call into the show 601 706 9771. 1. We've already gotten a couple calls. I think we had like 5 last week, which was electric. Um, Also, let's get into some fantasy if you guys want. We had some fantasy calls last week. Not that way, right? But had some fantasy football calls last week and had a couple comments asking fantasy stuff. I am 2-0, one of my leagues, not to brag. Scored 156 points last week. So your boy is basically a savant of the fantasy game. Let's see here. Oh boy. Who dat? No fluke. No fluke. Who dat? Say they ain't gonna get spanked by the Saints. Son, the Saints are the real deal. I don't want to hear anything else. The Saints, God, I hope they don't embarrass us. -2.5 at home in the dome versus the Eagles, coming off the loss on Monday night against the Dirty Birds. I gotta go with the Saints. Your cousin is starting for the Panthers at QB. Yeah, that's my boy. Always been a big Red Rocket fan. Um, Andy Dalton, the guy has had a hell of a career. I mean, he just sticks around. Um, but the Saints here, we're winning the NFC South. There's no question there. The Bucks, the Bucks are decent, but man, the Saints look so good. God, I want them to actually be good this year. They're really setting us up for a cataclysmic collapse. But I gotta say, I am all in on the Saints. Hammer the Saints, says Mulvey. I love it. Yeah, the Eagles, same problem as last year. There's just no offensive cohesion. Is every one of your cousins famous? Yes, Jake, as it turns out. Do you want to be cousins? We can really, I think we can do something with that. Yeah, I mean, Shaheed is a beast. Derek Carr, when he only has to throw 15 times, some would say is elite. Somehow still threw a pick, which is tough. Kamara, I mean, what more can you say about the guy? The guy is a monster. Baker would like a word. I agree. I mean, Baker does have the sauce, as we know. Um, Coming off the dub against the Lions in Detroit. Um, but I think the Saints are 3-0 after this weekend. I think they're 3-0 after this weekend. This is big time. I the Saints are in cap hill, right? They've got to go with the guys they've got, and this is kind of their last go around. One of their last couple go arounds. I mean, Cam Jordan has got to be cooked. I don't know how old he is. I mean, Demario, Honey Badger, who made some big plays. Is AJ Brown still out? Yes, AJ Brown's hurt. Saquon has Butterfingers. Um, you know, so you're really just looking at Skinny Man from Alabama. So yeah, I mean, I love the Saints in this spot. Eagles still have not figured it out. Uh, Turns out that Jason Kelsey was actually a big deal. Who thought? Who would have thunk a center would have any impact on a team's success? Your boy played center a little bit. No big deal. So yeah, just reiterating, give me the Saints -2.5. Give me the Saints all day. I would take them at like 6, honestly. That's how confident I am. Famous last words. Boys, Ravens, must win for the Ravens. What do we think? I think this is a must win for the Ravens. I think the Cowboys are obviously got exposed against my Saints. I think they are not as bad as they showed last Sunday, but I mean, obviously defensively they got a lot to work out. The Saints scored on every possession. Um, and so, I mean, not a whole lot you can do offensively if the other team is possessing the ball and scoring like the Saints did. Um, but I think the Ravens have to win here. I think Lamar wills them to win. Dak's fat and happy with his new contract, highest paid player in the NFL from state to Sundays. Um, Bengals and Ravens are both must wins. Cowboys notoriously bad at home. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I think the Ravens have to win in this spot. I think Lamar wills them to win. Harbaugh is a good enough coach to get them to that point. Um, yeah, I like the Ravens. I like the Ravens -1. I think everybody is going to hop on the Cowboys at home here, coming off the loss, thinking it's a bounce back. But again, like Alex said, the Ravens have got to win this game. Cowboys notoriously start slow at home. I'm just kind of saying that. I'm talking out of my ass on that. I don't actually know that to be true. But, I love the Ravens in the spot. Feed King Henry is all I got to say. We're about to wrap up here in a bit. If somebody wants to call in, let's see. We've been on for 51 minutes. We got about 10-15 left. Someone call in 601-706-9771. Give me some winners. Give me some winners. Give me some fantasy guys. I had Pacheco. He's gone. I've got Dabo hurt. Not Dabo. Debo hurt. Basically running hospital simulator on my fantasy app right now. All my guys are just in full body cast on the bench. My IR is absolutely packed to the gills. But again, 2-0. Not to brag. Not to brag. This is a weird pick. I like the Pats Thursday night +6.5 on the road at the Jets. I think the Jets is just going to take some more time. They got the dub last week against the Titans. But the Titans just make so many mistakes. The Titans really should be 2-0. And they make some like crazy plays towards the ends of games. But Jack, what's up, brother? Ole Miss stop that now. Again, who Ole Miss plays what? Jack's University of Basket Weaving this week. Eagles lost on Monday. Big L. True. Big if true. God, why do you bet on the Titans? Alex, this is a must win for your boys. This is a must win for the Titans. -2. I believe they're at home, right, Alex? Am I wrong on that? Baby Chew and Jack talking noise. Who the Titans are the Titans at home, Alex? At least give me that. Why don't you call in, Alex, with your analysis, pal? What are you waiting for? This is good radio. This is good radio. Tell you what, C Spire's fiber has got some holes in it. Just the Swiss cheese of internet connection. Just a hole after hole. Pause. Alex, I'm begging you to call in right now and just tell me the Titans analysis. Scare me away from betting on the Titans. Yeah, they're at home against Green Bay. Malik's homecoming game against the Titans. I think he probably pisses down his leg at his old employer. Levis has to prove a point here, right? Will Levis has to go out and play well against his former backup. Give me the Titans -2. I'm not scared of it, actually. All right. Here he is.
'To accept, press 1.
Oh God. Aham Schefter.
Are we in fact cashing?
We are cashing, my friend. What's going on?
Let's talk some NFL, even though the last 2 weeks have been quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, there's no telling with the NFL, but we got to bet on it. It's occurring this Sunday, so.
Yeah, I like your Saints. Your Saints are. I guess we'll bet on them until they let us down.
Yeah, you got to keep riding them. You got to keep riding them.
The Colts let me down last week, but I think I got the Colts on the Bears. I'm not believing.
Why were they so ass though?
I don't know. I didn't even catch the game,
Yeah.
so I can't really speak on that. But I'm going to speak on the Bears just not being there yet. I think Caleb Williams is starting to improve, but it's a rookie. He's still a rookie, and I think the Colts are just a better football team. It's at the Colts. So I just got Colts money line. Nothing crazy.
What's the line?
Money line was minus 120, so
So close. Let's see. It's right now it is -1 for the Colts.
yeah, I think that's close enough to take for me.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I
Um,
think the Bears stink. I don't think they know how to use DeAndre Swift or their new receivers. So, yeah. I mean, I want to ride with the Colts again, but they really shit the bed last week. So,
yeah, it's tough, but we're gonna ride. I'm also gonna keep riding with Baker. Bucks minus 6.5. The Broncos are just very bad
yeah,
football team.
Baker's a dog. I don't know why everyone keeps wanting to take the Broncos. Bo Nix is just hot ass.
I do like the line of took the snap, dropped back, and threw it to the other team.
That guy sucks. Sean Payton has
um,
probably doesn't have like a clipboard left. That man is just smashing those things.
but yeah, I would like the Bengals line to be. I see you got the Commanders. Um, I'm gonna see how that line moves until Monday.
Yeah, I mean, plus 7.5 is what it's at
A
right
lot of points
now.
for the Bengals.
That's a lot of points for a Bengals team that has been pretty sloppy so far. But they are at home.
Yeah,
Monday Night Football, I could see it going both ways, but I think Jaden Daniels actually is going to be pretty good. So,
yeah. I mean, I think the Bengals will win. I think Joe and Lamar are both kind of in the same situation. They're letting the Steelers run their division right now, which is kind of embarrassing. Shout out all the Steelers fans, but
yeah, I mean, Steelers, I mean, you would have definitely had the Ravens or the Bengals, but Mike Tomlin is just un. I mean, he's objectively probably the best coach in the NFL, but always just has the worst roster.
yeah, TJ Watt is a menace. They're gonna finish probably 9-8 and make the playoffs.
Always.
That's all I got on NFL this week. I'm hoping we can start to get a read on this stuff, but
Do you like
till
my
then
Cardinals
we're
pick at home versus the Lions? I know I love the Lions too, but I think Kyler and Marv might be kind of special.
yeah. I mean, I don't hate that. I think it'll be a close game and probably come down to a field goal. So um, it'll be right in that range. So I definitely don't hate the Cardinals. I think they're starting to click on offense, and the Lions are a wishy-washy team already. So they could come out and play really well, or they could come out and play down, kind of how they did last week. So we'll see.
Will you be attending the Titans game?
Yes, sir. As a proud season ticket holder, I will be there to cheer against Malik Willis, who had nothing but good words for the Titans today, but I have nothing but bad words for him.
I think it's a dub. I think it's a dub. I might be cursing you by saying that, but I think it's a
Eventually, Will Levis has got to pull his head out of his ass and throw the ball to our team, but we'll
dub.
see.
I mean, yeah, this is the one to win if you're the Titans.
Here's a stat that I read on Facebook Titans Insider page. We are the only team to have 2 consecutive weeks of an interception, a blocked punt, and a fumble since 2002.
Whew, that's over 2 decades, pal. That's
So
brutal.
I think eventually something's got to click or Brian Callahan's going to snap.
Yeah, I mean, Will Levis, we all know, as Jack points out here, Will Levis is washed and overrated. Can you be washed without ever being
Yeah,
not
washed is not
washed?
the appropriate term.
He is ass. That is certain. But
He's just a
maybe he
silly
turns it
little
around.
boy.
Yeah,
Maybe he'll grow up.
maybe he. Yeah, growing up in Nashville's tough, but maybe he will.
All right, yeah, that's all I got on NFL. I
All
like
right,
your
brother.
pick.
Appreciate it.
Let's ride. So
I cut him off. That's on me, Aham. Aham Schefter calls in. If anyone else wants to, we're running towards the end of our hour. We got a hard stop. 601-706-9771. Call into the show if you got some winners. Like the video. like the video, sub to the channel. I don't know why you wouldn't at this point. You've been here this long. Yeah. Look, I've got to go on a run. I've got to go on a run. The account is looking bleak. I was playing with house money. Your boy had a decent year last year. So we hadn't been depositing per se. We hadn't been depositing, but we're getting there. We're getting close. Shouts to the one person that liked. We're getting close to the point where I got to start thinking about putting in my card info. Nobody wants to do that. Again, appreciate the comments, appreciate the calls. I think I'm going to sign off here. Everybody have a good rest of your week. Let's cash.